Dear colleagues, I would like to review with you how to deal with varicose vein with the new therapeutic process we have at our disposal. The venous disease is defined as a dysfunction by valvular incompetence, primary or secondary to reflux or obstruction, and may affect the superficial venous system or deep venous system or both. According in the report, in the INSEE report, we find 18 million adults have varicose vein between 15 and 25 years old. In US, Glowinski reported that 20 to 25 million people have varicose with 500,000 holders of venous ulcers. In Morocco, we have no epidemiological investigation, but the age of the venous ulcers is younger than the other countries, 30.5 years old. Why should they be treated? For the aesthetic sake, if signs of CVA or complication, making it a real socio-professional disease. The varicose veins are classified by SIP classification based on clinic, etiology, anatomy, and physiopathology. We distinguish in etiology primary venous varicose vein and the varicose vein secondary to venous malformation and post-phlebitis syndrome. In anatomy, great saphenous territories, iliac and ovaric veins, deep system could be involved. Physiopathological show reflux, obstruction, or both. To simplify, I will present this topic in 3 parts, even though the first part could be in other one. Telangiectasia and ventricular vein are the main reason for consultation. There are different aspects of the telangiectasia and the ventricular vein, are often reflecting a deep venous AVIL, where the interest of the duplex ultrasonography in order to detect incompetent collaterals must be treated by either ultrasound-guided or transillumination sclerotherapy. For the finest, exovenous laser. The endovenous laser is for reticular and collateral veins. The wavelength 808 is most suitable because it's poorly absorbed by fatty tissue and water, leading to little thermal damage. After making reticular vein, After marking a reticular vein, we can sting fiber and the laser is close contact under cold anesthesia. This is by transillumination. We could see the bright spot. This patient, she has this zone treated at follow-up 15 days and 1 month. The other patient, 2 zones in the same patient at 1 month apart. The second part concerns varicose between C2 and C6, essential or secondary to pelvic congestion syndrome. This is different aspects and different size of the varicose veins. Trophic disorders that may accompany is panniculitis, eczema, ulcer, different size of ulcer, this with sclerotic spot and limitation of tibiotarsal joint mobility. For this aspect, we could propose conventional treatment by surgery, prostatectomy, sweeping, or Muller phlebectomy. The new acquisition by endovascular therapy like radiofrequency and endovenous laser. I don't give more details because it's a subject for the next topic with Dr. Kana. For the perforating, we could treat this by surgery, but the trophic disorders not to help to healing square could take 15 days, and we prefer to do endoscopic surgery and for ligation the perforant, or better, but ultrasound guided sclerotherapy or laser. And for the local care, skin graft or the better detection and biostimulation by laser and electrostimulation can help the healing process for the patient with the ankylosis of tibiotarsal joint. The varicose secondary to the pelvic congestion syndrome, we could think about, we could think about this etiology after recurrence, surgical recurrence, and if we had vulvar varicose vein during the pregnancy. Endovaginal duplex ultrasonography detect the stage of the pelvic congestion syndrome and could give some details about diameter of the ovarian and hypogastric veins and classify different stages of the pelvic congestion syndrome. The stage 3 is the major varicocele with the diameter of ovaric vein more than 8 millimeter and speed flow less than 5 centimeters per second. For this stage, we could do surgery of ovaric vein by cilioscopy or the better by embolization, and after treat the lower floor. The varicose secondary to the post-flebitis syndrome or venous malformation, after it will have evaluated by duplex ultrasonography and phlebography, and we could propose endovascular treatment by dilatation and stenting or conventional surgery by bypass or new valve. This patient with thrombose, left vein iliac thrombosis and collateral circulation above pubic, and we could, for this patient, the Palmas intervention by bypass with a venous graft. The vascular malformation after CT scan or MRI could be treated by embolization, laser, or ultrasound-guided foam sclerotherapy. The compression is the cornerstone of the treatment. The venoactive drugs are adjunct to prevent the ulcer recurrence, and electrostimulation can replace the compression when the weather does not allow to support this compression. In year 2013, the management of varicose vein benefits from anatomofunctional exploration and hemodynamic exploration, which allow to recognize the hemodynamic problem and then offering the suitable treatment, which may be one of them or combined. Thank you for your attention.